Hey everyone, my name is chaoticwolph and welcome back to another episode of Making Friends with Random Strangers. Sometimes they're cool and sometimes they're just plain weird. So now let's see who we're gonna befriend in Volume 9 of Hiveswap Friendsim. Volume 9 of Gazes Cool and Tempers Hot. Cool and hot. Whoa, this is weird. Part of you has always been taken with the idea of purchasing a one-way train ticket to anywhere and boarding it without looking back. Or, in your current case, stowing away without looking back. Details. Hold up, what? Why? The idea has always seemed so idyllic. No strings, no obligations, just you and your journey. The wind in your hair. Okay, good to know I have hair. And the taste of freedom on your lips. And I have lips. Your little daydream didn't exactly involve careening across a perilous extraterrestrial landscape. But then, you've always liked to think of yourself as the kind of person who's open to new experiences. Not to mention new friends. In practice though, this tastes less like freedom and more like noxious muck, which is what you're currently surrounded by. Ugh. Muck? Hold up, why are we even in this? It's not unlike the slime that was in Skyla's Recupera-kun, except that slime was weirdly soothing, and this is prickly and burny and uncomfortable. You thought you were being smart by sneaking on board, jumping into some sort of cargo carriage? Oh, how wrong you've been. The trade-off for not being caught then, maimed and or killed for your blood color is apparently this. You almost would have preferred the maiming? God knows you're used to taking a beating by now. Well, that sounds lovely, so... Wait, Amnesia? Why are you here again? Do you have a twin? You never told us? What? Also, you're really tiny compared to this person here. Azdaja? Hey, that name was mentioned before. Okay, let's go with this person. After what feels like way too long, the vehicle slows down and you take the opportunity to tumble out of your slime jail onto the dusty ground, picking yourself up and hurrying away from the station before you can get spotted. A little while later, you're standing at the beginning of a massive canyon, and your awful train ride almost feels worth it. The canyon stretches on endlessly, miles of yawning chasms and winding ravines at your feet. It's enough to make your mouth hang open in awe. After spending so much time in various grody parts of the city, the sight of such pristine natural beauty touches your heart. You feel somehow inspired, like you could belt out an aria or draw a masterpiece if you tried. But before you can begin exploring your hidden creative depths, you're distracted by noises coming from not too far away. You're not alone. You know what this means. A chance to get yourself more of that sweet, sweet friendship. After so many successful companionship ventures, you're thirsty for more. When am I not thirsty for more friendship? You pick up your jaw and go investigate. The sounds lead you towards a trail along the side of the canyon, which in turn leads you down to a roomy platform not that much lower than where you started. There's a series of sharp outcrops jutting out of the plateau, and perched atop the highest one is a figure dramatically framed against the moonlight. At first, you think he's peering moodily into the distance, but then you realize he's looking through some kind of contraption on his face. Recording coordinates, okay, suddenly RPG music. You look around, there doesn't seem to be anyone else here, so what you heard was this fellow muttering to himself, you guess. I see. He's so wrapped up in whatever it is that he's doing that he hasn't noticed you yet. This guy has got to be hankering after some company, being all by his lonesome out here in the middle of nowhere. You're sure of it. Yeah, I'm so sure of it. I bet this will murder him. Climb up and surprise him. Eagerly, you clamber up the side of the rock. Wow, this drop is pretty intense, but it's nothing you can't handle without plenty of determination and frantic scrambling. You finally make it to the top. You're about to haul yourself up so you can stand, fully ready to introduce yourself and let this guy have it with the genuality. Really show him how amicable you can be, and probably murder him. Before you can do that though, he whirls around. Damn, I couldn't catch this guy by surprise. Trench coat and long hair whipping in a wide arc. All your clumsy scrambling at the rock face must have clued him into your presence. Dude, my character does not know subtlety. Heh, did you really think you could sneak up on me? His eyes flash, literally. They flicker from blue to turquoise and back again in quick succession. You don't notice the pure white energy crackling at his fingertips until you're already in the air. Great, another one of those, what they call psionics or whatever? When Kupra lifted you, it was like getting yanked up by the scruff of your shirt. This is smoother somehow? Like you just stepped onto a strong breeze? Doesn't really change the outcome though. You eye the ground below you nervously. Think again. Oh, he's gonna murder me. Wait, you weren't engaging in any sneaking around, honest. Or well, you were, but you didn't mean anything malicious by it. You were just after some quality hangouts. Unfortunately for you, he doesn't seem very moved by your heartfelt entreaty. A likely story. You were looking to gank my data to get a frowned up on the game. Don't try to deny it. You don't know anything about any game, but before you can explain further, you're unceremoniously released. Okay, he didn't murder. Okay, he definitely murdered me. You run through quite the spectrum of emotions as you plunge downwards, but the strongest by far is regret. Regret that you'll emerge from this altercation sans the use of your limbs if you're lucky, but also sans a potential new friend. Bye, he murdered me. So my non-murder attempt failed, so I guess we should make our presence known so he doesn't kill us. Wave and say hello. Sporting your most winning smile, you call out a greeting and give a jaunty wave. That gets his attention. Well, would you look at what the perby's dragged in? Are you lost? That depends on your definition of lost. You prefer to think of whatever you're doing as taking the scenic route? Just, like, indefinitely? Your new acquaintance and hopefully soon-to-be pal snorts, unimpressed. It would be better if you did that somewhere else. Better for me, I mean. Which is the most important issue currently at hand, let's face it. I still have preparations to make, and I'm running out of time. You're kinda crapping my style here. Preparations? For the game, obviously. It's starting any minute now. Wait, why do you keep talking about game? Are they playing their own kind of S-burb? You have no idea what he's talking about. Seriously? You don't know about dual stripers? I don't know what the hell that is. Wow, you're even more of an empty-headed plebe than I thought. That's not a very fair thing to say. Sure, you might have made a habit of running headfirst into stupidly dangerous situations, but there's no reason for him to assume. Your voice is drowned out by a crackling sound. He's levitating down from his perch towards you, sparks of energy stirring the sand up into a cloud. After meeting Sarava and Kupram, you've come to expect psionic powers from trolls with yellow blood by now, but it still kinda takes you aback. You stumble backwards, falling on your ass, not the first time. The troll is unbothered by your spill, continuing to address you while you're sprawled on the ground. I'll explain. Dual strikers pit Alternia's best and brightest against each other in a timed event designed to reveal the most skilled among the group. Which would be me, of course. That goes without saying. He tells you a bunch of other stuff about game mechanics that, to be honest, go straight over your head. He's apparently not in enough of a rush that he can't stop what he's doing to outline his plans to you, some random passerby, in a fairly detailed manner at that. He seems pleased to have an audience, actually. Wow, this friendship is barely even off the ground, and you're already doing great. You get back on your feet and nod along sagely, pretending to understand all his rambling about strategy and whatnot. And then you notice a blinking light. It's coming from the screen over his eye. Huh. Dude, where can I get some of that cool eyewear? Interesting. My scouter can't retrieve any data on your species at all. He leans forward and looks at you. Really looks at you. Up until this point, he'd been paying more attention to his own voice and whatever readings he's been getting on his device. But now, he's focused fully on you. It's starting to fluster you a little, actually. That is, until his mouth twists into a smirk. You get a glimpse of a single jagged tooth. You know, it's technically possible to join in teams of 2. But now you're here. Is he saying what you think he might be saying? Excitedly, he clarified whether he's asking you to join the game as his partner. Ha! Sure, I just love teaming up with clueless nerds like you. No. You'd be a nice element of surprise though. I could use you as a collateral resource, fodder, a lackey. What do you say? That doesn't sound nearly as flattering, but it's an opportunity to help, and you've found so many great friendships on doing whatever favors random strangers have wanted you to do for them already. Why stop now? I know, right? Why stop now? Okay, this is probably the bad ending, so I'm gonna choose this first. Screw this, man, and would be your lucky. You know what? You're better than this. Who does this guy think he is? Trying to turn you into his minion? Everyone keeps expecting you to be useless, and you're tired of it. That is so unlike my character though, let's be real. You've accomplished great things, you say, stamping your feet, kicking up a real hula baloo. You're a big deal on your home planet. People practically quiver in their boots when you walk past. Actually, you shouldn't say that, because now he's gonna feel impressed. And even if you weren't a big deal, even if you were the smallest fry around, you're pretty sure you could take whatever he could dish out. He just a really nerd ass who looks like he fell out of the IT department straight into a discount bin of bad Matrix cosplay cast-offs. You have no idea what you're doing? Absolutely nothing that you've said about yourself is true. Yeah, that line is true. You're spewing hot air and pure vitriol, running on the modicum of confidence you've built up, bluffing your way through the variety of mishaps you've encountered before. Now, you throw up your hands when you're done, both out of exasperation and as a kind of ending flourish to your little speech. There's a deafening rumble behind you. When you turn around, it's just in time to see one of the outcrops shudder dramatically into a pile of detritus. Your eyes go wide. Either the rock was already weakened and chose this moment to break, resulting in the best coincidence ever, or you have secret telekinetic powers of your own that you've never known about till now. Whichever it is, it grants your venting session a healthy dose of gravitas. Dude, he's gonna be so impressed. This is not gonna give me a bad ending. Azdaja looks at you with a complicated expression of his face. Like he's mad at you, but also like you've just paid him a really nice compliment. What a brazen proposition. What? Proposition? If you're propositioning anything, it's for him to consider you an equal rather than some kind of sidekick. That's all. Let me tell you something, alien. I've heard things through the spherical fruit stir about someone else in my line of work who caused quite a stir recently. Alerts have been blowing up, saying a gold-blood girl assassinated a seed dweller. I had reason to suspect she showed herself today. Wait, what? I was looking forward to seeing if she's as good as the rumors say she is. Do you think that I'm the Palipa? A gold-blood girl. That's what the alerts say. But as one of the best mercenaries in the business, I know better. They must have been wearing disguise. He points a finger at you. You, despite not being of Alternian origin, have a record. He thinks I'm the assassin. You've shown up here to a dueling session in a rumpus robe and nub stilts. I can't believe I'm still wearing those things. He indicates your flowing gown and heels, which could easily be another disguise to throw the drones off your scent. And, as you so graciously just demonstrated, you're powerful. You're easily the most suspicious person I've come across here yet. Who's to say that you're not the mysterious killer? You realize that he's been floating gradually higher and higher in the air as he's talking to you, until he's hovering over you almost predatorily? Shit, what have you done? He's gonna murder me again. If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. Great, another way to get murdered. His eyes light up and a bright blue beam explodes the rock next to you. You turn tail and run, but he follows, trailing along behind you like some kind of angry helium balloon. He doesn't stop shooting at you, and you can feel the lasers rush past you, rustling your hair and clothes as they cut through the air. Gosh, he's powerful. It takes your breath away. You'd be in awe if you weren't busy running for your life. You almost wish you had some sort of device that would measure just how powerful he is. Except, no, not really. On second thought, knowing his exact power level would probably be so frustrating that you immediately break whatever device that would call for with your bare hands. As strong as he is though, you can't help but notice that none of his shots are at all close to hitting you. It's more like he's trying to intimidate you, provoke you into fighting back. You have to get away from it as quickly as possible, before any of his blasts actually connect. Before you know it, your scurrying feet have taken you back to where you started, the train station. Would you quit running around like a clucked beast with a severed think pan? You came on to me, and now you won't follow through? Get back here and fight. You seem to have managed to both pick a fight and hit on him simultaneously. How? Maybe he thinks you want that hate man spades thing with him? God. You just wanted to be friends, and then you might have lost your temper a little? This is all just a big misunderstanding. He isn't listening to you. Another blast zips past you, dangerously close to your ears this time. You scan the area frantically for cover. There, a structure near the tracks that looks like it might be some kind of mechanized ticket booth. You dive behind it. I'm growing impatient, alien. Cease this game of hunt and sequester and face me. Whoa, that was a powerful blast. A beam hits your makeshift shield, blowing a hole straight through it. You stumble backwards, close to the tracks. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. This is it. You're going to be murdered in cold blood by a guy who could shoot pure energy out of his eyes, and there's nothing you can do about it. You squeeze your eyes shut, bracing for impact. All of a sudden, there's a distant rushing sound. With all the running and laser dodging, you've forgotten what the station was even for in the first place. The train is arriving. Maybe someone on it will be willing to help you? Not like Alternians seem to have a good track record of helping folk in need of the goodness of their hearts, but damn it, it's the only chance you've got. Azdaja is distracted by the train's arrival for only a moment before turning towards you again. But then a figure climbs out of one of the train carriages, a figure that's large and hulking, and one that you recognize. It's... Oh, they know each other. Azdaja? What the hell are you doing? Why are you attacking my friend? You hear that? You hear that? I'm her friend. Friend? You know this globe's for sponge? Why didn't you tell me? You're the assassins I've been looking for. What? You idiot! They're no assassin. When I met them, they freaked out over a little blood. They've never even killed before. Well, actually, I have killed a lot of Jade Bloods grubs. You know, the little wigglers. What? What about their powers? Knelax squints at you like she's thinking very hard about what your more exceptional qualities might be. Well, they're pretty good at falling on their ass. She is right. And freaking out in the middle of a crisis. And being squishable. As Azdaja's expression goes cold, his eyes stop flashing, but he still looks like he could kill you with his glare alone. I see. So that's why you were running away. You were lying. What an immature ruse. You can't help but feel a little bad for pulling the wool over his eyes, even though you were fearing for your life until just a few seconds ago. Azdaja seems to trust Kanaya's word implicitly. Now that you've been exposed as nothing but a regular Joe, he seems to have lost all interest in you. Knaya, I was beginning to think you skipped out on this event. Of course not. I missed the— what the hell was that word? The Scuttle Caravan. The desert has shitty reception, so I couldn't call. You know that. That's right. Well, I'm glad you made it. I've let myself get distracted by this peon for long enough. Let's go strife some losers, own their nooks in battle, and profit. Fuck yes. I'd love to stay and chat, kid. But there's a bunch of coals in that canyon, with my name all over them. Later. This duel is too cool for me. You watch wistfully as they set off back towards the canyon. If only you hadn't lost your temper and lied out your ass like an idiot, you might have been walking along with them. Instead, you're here, alone on the ground, no friendship having slipped through your fingers like all this desert sand. Left alone. Hey, don't sit in the train tracks. Okay, doke, so I think Azdaja likes someone who's a wimp so they can control them basically, so we gotta be the best lackey ever in order to attain his friendship. The title might not be much, but that doesn't mean you can't excel at it. You tell him you accept his offer. Haha, excellent. By the way, I'm Azdaja Knelax, is that what it is? It almost looks like Kleenex. But you must have known that already. I don't? You're not sure why you would? Maybe he's some kind of a big shot? Come to think of it, the name does ring a bell. Well, the Azdaja part does. You've heard it before, when you were in the middle of infiltrating a bandit hideout with a mercenary, Kanaya. You met my mate Sprit? You must have gotten on her good side, or you wouldn't be standing here talking to me. Because you be minced into the ground, finer than grub paste. He's grinning like he's really proud and fond about Kanaya being the sort of girl who'd make minced meat out of someone as soon as speak as— okay, I think there's a typo in there somewhere. As soon as speak to them. If he wasn't talking about her literally murdering you, you might find this reaction endearing. I agree. Hang on. If he already has a partner, why isn't she here? Azdaja's expression sours abruptly. My partner isn't here because she didn't make our agreed upon rendezvous time. He says the word partner in an overdone, exacerbated huff, as if he thinks she might be listening from behind a boulder somewhere. She might be, actually. And he can somehow shame her into appearing? You remember what Philippa said about mercenary duels often being quadrant pairs, i.e. romantically involved. Did his girlfriend stand him up? Yikes. Maybe it's better that you haven't been promoted to partner status if it meant getting involved in another cup of spat. You've had quite enough of that already. You hope they are fighting. Azdaja glares at you. The exact nature of our quadrant is none of your business, frankly. Now come on. We're wasting time. He steps off the edge of the plateau, descending into a crackle of energy and floating you into the canyon along with him. It's a terrifying ride, but the view it affords is pretty amazing. Soon, we reach the bottom. We should keep going. There's someone else in this valley. We'll get the drop undone if we move fast. He grins confidently, his coat flapping behind him. There isn't any wind down here though. Is he flapping his own coat with his sigh for dramatic effect? First blood to Knelax. You blink. Tentatively, you repeat, blood? Yes, blood. He says it the same way he enunciated the name of this competition earlier, like it should have been painfully obvious. Like I told you, our aim is to take out our opposition. Swiftly and painfully. To win, we have to be the last team standing in this entire canyon. Okay, I see what they're playing. They're playing their flarping game, basically. Real life role-playing, whatever. Weren't you listening when I explained earlier? God damn it, you've been proceeding under the assumption that this was some kind of elaborate, competitive LARP. Well, it is, it's FLARP. Like solve some puzzles, get out of the giant can before the other guy type of deal. Perhaps arm wrestle your competitors into submission if you run into them? But no, this game involves actual violence. You probably shouldn't be surprised. You've been on Alternia long enough now to discern that, boy, trolls sure do love killing. You've made friends with plenty of trolls who have less bloodthirsty hobbies though. You ask him whether he's ever considered getting into excessive bodily force poetry or streaming sick beats. Those two are like on the opposite sides of a spectrum. Please, you're kidding, right? Now is no time for joking around. Don't tell me you're already getting frosty strut pods. I don't even know what frosty strut pods are. I can't work with someone with such a flimsy sense of conviction. You reassure him that, no, of course not, your strut pods are as toasty as all heck. But he's no longer paying attention to you. His scouter blinks. There! He flashes past you before you can blink, riding the waves of his side to a collection of rocks sitting behind you. Target acquired. Nice try, thinking you could outsmart me by laying in wait and launching an ambush. Are you sure it's not just Kanaya hiding behind a boulder again? Cowardly move, and sloppy. Very sloppy. Now, prepare to get owned. Resistance is futile. Oh fuck. Abruptly, Azdaja freezes. You hesitate, unsure as to what sort of threat you're dealing with here, but then a troll girl with a cerulean blue symbol on her shirt pops up from behind the rocks. She giggles menacingly, making Azdaja turn towards you. His expression is blank. His nifty brain power is now under your competitor's control. Well, that was fast. To echo Azdaja's sentiment, oh fuck. You need to do something fast. You have the harebrained thought that maybe you can grab Azdaja and physically wrest him from her control. You launch yourself towards them in a mad dash, attempting to call out a chilling battle cry, but it comes out as more of a pathetically broken yell. The girl laughs again, as Azdaja's eyes flash bright, brighter than you've seen so far, almost blinding. Oh hell, those are straight up eye lasers, aren't they? And they're really powerful, holy shit. I think he's literally bleeding from the eyes. You've met some strong trolls, but this kind of power is something else. If Azdaja were a character in a video game, and he is, and you were to assign him a quantifiable number to measure his power, some kind of level perhaps, that number would be... well, it would be very high is all you're saying. Azdaja's lasers shoot at a point above you, scoring a deep gash in the rock and sending rubble toppling downwards. You reach out, grabbing at Azdaja's coat. You have to get out of here. The girl doesn't stop you, merely leaping out of the way of the certain doom that's hurtling rapidly towards you. You think you see something out of the corner of your eye, some last-ditch hope at not getting squashed as flat as a grub cake. You race towards it. Another cave? Okay. Your first thought when you next open your eyes is that death has finally come to tenderly cradle you in its sweet, loving embrace. But you quickly realize that you're in a cave, not the afterlife, and that the reason you can even see anything right now is because the area around you is brightened by a light coming from Azdaja's scouter. Through sheer dumb luck, you must have run towards the single safe spot in the entire ravine, this hole in the ground. It's as if this hole was sitting here, carved out of the rock, waiting to be your escape route. You might even say this hole was made for you. Fuck! You wince, cover your ears. Could he keep it down maybe? Your nerves are a little shot from almost dying for the umpteenth time this week. No, I would not keep it down. Curses, I can't believe this. Who does that blue blood think she is? Does she realize who she just messed with? Wow, he looks really mad. Instinctively, you reach out to execute that slow face pat that trolls seem to find so soothing, but he slaps your hand away. Did you even learn the proper way to do it, dude? What do you think you're doing? I already told you I have a moral. You stammer out an apology. It just seemed like the right thing to do? Plus you thought Kanaya was his mate spirit? He seems to realize what he just said. A hint of yellow touches his cheeks, just barely visible in the light. That's what I said. I already have a mate spirit. You're pretty sure you heard him right the first time, and you're also pretty sure those are two different sorts of relationships? But you let the subject drop. No need to route up your new best friend. Or I mean, your new friend. I already treated him as my new best friend. Route up your new friend more than he already is. Your shush pap might have been rejected, but the attempt seems to snap him out of whatever piss off fuck he's gotten himself into. Let's get out of here. He follows the path of the cave. Can't he just blast you both out? Don't be stupid. If I did that, it would cause a cave-in. Are you that eager to get crushed? Good point. You're acting just like Kanaya, so ready to rush in without a game plan. If he means this as an insult, its effect is kind of lost. He sounds more wistful than irritated. You walk in silence for a while. As you make your way further into the cave, you realize that the walls aren't blank like you previously thought, but covered in complicated carvings? Cave troll art, you wonder? I know what you're thinking. That life as a prince among trolls must be an enviable one. You snap to attention. Yes, of course. You were definitely thinking about him and his life story just now. I don't expect someone like you to understand. You're obviously a completely average person who will live out their life in perfect mediocrity. But not me. You don't know what it's like to be born so gifted. Dude, someone's a little bit full of themselves, but surprisingly not annoying. Completely average. That's you alright. You try your best to be sympathetic. Having red powers must make things really hard. What? No way, it's fucking awesome. But as you've clearly seen, it can attract unwanted attention from pathetic individuals who aren't nearly as talented themselves, who are desperate to have some unbeatable psionics in their corner. To be honest, the Empire is no different. It is not like the rebels are much better. Anaya and I don't really care one way or the other. We're just here to off chumps and get money. We look out for ourselves first and foremost. But eventually, we'll be sent off planet to do the bidding of the Empress, just like everyone else. Okay, you can see why having no say in the matter kinda sucks, but isn't there opportunity to do cool shit in space too? As Azdaja's face draws up in a wry expression. Yeah, with someone else calling all the shots. You keep walking. After what feels like hours, his scouter flashes again. We're here. He lets the wall have it with his eye lasers. With a resounding roar, it crumbles away. Aside from the spot he destroyed, the rest of the cave is intact. Moonlight spills into the space through the impromptu exit. It's over. We were stuck down there for so long that the game has ended. Meaning, your heart sinks. This was a disaster. He's definitely not going to want to be your friend after losing this competition he's so invested in. We're the last team standing, which makes us the winners. Well then we could've just did that, why even bother going out and doing anything? Heh. I knew it. That blue blood loser might have had a stroke of good luck, but she was no match for someone of my station. You didn't do anything, dude. My victory was a foregone conclusion from the start. Bringing you along was an excellent idea. Your recklessness really came in handy back there. He's thanking you, you realize, or something close to it. Modestly, you assure him that it was no problem. A prince knows when to give credit where credit is due. Okay, wait, hold on, you're a prince? Prince of what? Celebration is in order, I think. Once we collect our rook prize... There's a prize? Fuck yes. Dual Strikers offers an impressive cash reward to whoever wins. You'll get a cut as well, of course. Sweet. Whoa, money! This will be the first time you've laid your hands on that stuff since you crash landed. Maybe you'll finally be able to purchase a warm meal or clothing that isn't from somebody else's closet. More important than the money though, is that you've proven you are a complete fuck-up. You've earned Azdaja's trust and also his friendship. Wait, really? Are you sure? Really? We just earned a friendship like that? At no point in any of that did he indicate that he even likes us like a little bit. Except that we help him win. But okay, I guess we're friends now. Alrighty guys, so we befriended Azdaja, whose last name looks like Kleenex, but I think it's Knelax. But in any case, we're gonna befriend Amnesia? But that's probably not her, because we already befriended her, but was there another troll that looked like her? I don't know, but I guess we'll see. Your gown flutters around you as you hop off the train. You feel like a very grimy Disney princess with no shoes, just a deranged Cinderella who left both glass slippers on the castle steps. Before you can decide in which direction to continue your merry jaunt, it's decided for you. As in, a small bluish missile slams into your midsection and sends you tumbling down the hill behind the train tracks, rolling over and over, and goddamn do you hope you don't kill anyone with your ass, especially not yourself. You land with a hard thwack on your back. Hey, it is you, Amnesia. Why are we here again? The concussion you've just sustained must be giving you serious friend hallucinations. Sorry I hugged you so hard I pushed you down a hill. Amnesia, just because you want my blood for your pains, there's no need to murder me. I forget how weak and flimsy you are. You take Amnesia's offered hand, albeit nervously. You kind of skipped out on her back there, waiting until she was in the ablution trap, then escaping from her murder studio. Well, that solves the mystery of how we got out of there, guys. Whoa, jeez. Oh good god. What just happened? Who was that? You've been so naive back then. You didn't know about Recuber raccoons or grub cakes or hate dating? And oh god, that is a giant murder clown. Wow. She's even bigger than the adult you saw at the bandit lair? God? Why? Why whenever you think you've met the biggest, meanest bastard this place has to offer, it offers up another, bigger, meaner one? Without thinking, you put yourself between Amnesia and the purple blood. Pretty dumb considering Amnesia can pick you up with one hand, but you just roll down a hill and you aren't at peak performance. Chahut. It's Chahut. Not that I know who that is. It's about time. This is the one I was telling you about. The one with the precious blood. Don't introduce me like that. Good god, they are huge. The purple blood's slow, lazy smile somehow makes her face paint even more terrifying. She moseys closer, towering over you. God, please be a nice troll. They're even huger than Kanaya. A true pleasure, small thing. Any friend of Little Blue is a friend of mine. Especially one who looks so pretty on the newest page of my scrap. I'm sorry, what? Your stomach is dissolving into acid fear. So is mine. Amnesia stamps her foot. Don't make murder jokes. My friend is very delicate. You nod furiously. You're so delicate. Just a whiff of murder gives you the vapors. Peace and gospel, Little Blue. I was only playing. Messiahs know I'm a bit of fun. And ain't it a bit hypocritical? Lecturing me? There are some real awkward capital T's all over the place. Considering what you were getting up to the first time you and I got to John? Ripping off heads and all? Please don't be literal. Amnesia goes blue. Chahut winks and you experience another spasm of fear. You clench your fists so she can't see your hands are shaking. To distract yourself, you ask her if she and Amnesia are Morails. You figure that's always the safest one to start with. Safer than, so do you guys hate fuck a lot? Chahut starts grinning again and Amnesia blushes even harder. No, silly, of course not. I'm way too young for quadrants, okay? Know a couple of motherfuckers. Okay, are you related to Gamzee? Know a couple of motherfuckers that started younger than you, Little Blue. Still, there's no point. I mean, you're leaving in a couple pedigrees. Amnesia stares at the ground sadly for a few seconds before she gets herself back together. But that's why tonight is gonna be the best. Our final hunt. Okay, that's very reassuring. And I'm so glad you're here too. She beams up at you. You try to smile back, maybe achieving half a grimace. When Chahut leans over Amnesia, it's with a certain menacing fondness. Sounds like a party, my most vicious sister. Even the fear is getting to me, I can't even speak properly. Only we got a smidge of a scheduling conflict. Huh? The massacres tonight, Little... Everything that comes out of Chahut's mouth just gets scarier and scarier. Last massacre I'll see planet side. Gotta present my glutes and testify before my most mirthful messiahs for the last time. Everything they're saying sounds like stuff Gamzee would say. Is this just like a family tradition? You know, from... Wait, hold on, what's their last name? I don't know. You sure didn't get any of that. Every time you think your ways of unbounded ignorance are behind you, you turn over a stone to find more little squirming bits of cultural miasma to suck in. Amnesia rolls her eyes. Ugh, more church? I'm sorry, that's church? That's seriously all you ever do. Sister, we talked about this. To praise the mirthful ones is a privilege and a revelation. My pusher beats for them. It smashes its way through the desolate cage of my thoracic struts. Yeah, I know. You love Clown Church. You love it so much you should just put it in a quadrant. Jesus, Amnesia, maybe don't shout at the scary giant clown lady. Chahut puts a giant hand on Amnesia's head, ruffling her hair like she's an angry puppy. Simmer it down, girl. Good news is, we got us a tiebreaker. She means you, doesn't she? More decisions? Usually we strive for it. But today, it's all up to you, stranger. Oh god. I can't really tell if Chahut is like a murdery kind of person or not. They did make murder jokes, but they could mean all that in jest, you know? So what happens if I say church sucks? Please don't murder me. Religious stuff is kind of all over your head. Besides, you really should stick with a friend who has a vested interest in keeping you alive, rather than the menacingly non-committal clown lady. All of your recent experiences with Purple Bloods have been, well, bad. You are so right. See, Chahut, my friend is no dummy. Chahut's eyes gleam, and for one eerie moment, you think she's just gonna reach down and crush Amnesia's skull, or yank out her windpipe, or some other mega violence. But instead, she just shrugs her giant shoulders. Well, that's what happens when you allow for the democratic process. Okay, she's too chill. Lead the way. Crap, that's right. If you aren't going to church, you're going on a final hunt. And knowing Amnesia, you aren't going to be duck hunting. Also, you don't think the splatters on Chahut's pants are paint? Well, they are paint, but Amnesia style paint. Yay, come on, quick. I got something to show you. She takes off up the steep hill back toward the train tracks. Oh man, you are seriously not dressed for all this clambering. Whoa, hold up, dude. Don't just come all close. Chahut appears to notice this too, because a few steps later, your feet leave the ground and you find yourself cradled up the considerable bosom of a large clown. Up close, she smells like sugar and blood. No struggling now, sweet thing. You better pray that I don't drop you. Oh, I forgot. You don't pray. Because church sucks. I don't know if I should be scared or I should feel bad. You don't like this. Well, you like not having to walk, and it's pretty cool that she can lift you like you're a tiny baby, but also, you're probably going to die. You're so busy freaking the fuck out that at first you don't realize that Chahut has carried you past the train tracks to a stand of trees. Oh no. Ta-da! Amnesia gestures like she's a presenter on a game show. But instead of showing you a dope new car, she points to a boy hanging from a rope by his feet. Oh great, more murder stuff. Swinging back and forth as he desperately tries to free himself. We should have gone to church, guys. Chahut, you were so right. Using traps is a total time saver. I'm all about those life hacks. What is this relationship? It's the best. And other kinds of hacks. Haha. Oh my god, we just got straight down to the hacking, huh? She lifts her axe, the troll hanging from the tree screams, and that scream becomes a gurgle, which becomes ringing silence as his head leaves his body, holy crap. Spewing brown blood, it rolls to a stop right at your feet. Oh god. You've had enough of this horseshit. Why can't anybody on this goddamn planet find an ounce of chill? Amnesia and Chahut watch you expectantly. What? Do they want you to kick the head like this is the sports? Give it a smooch? You know what? Fuck this. You turn and stalk off into the woods. This time, you are orchestrating your own failure. So done. This is hilarious. I ended my own friendship path. Whoa, look at this. This changed this. Okay, that's a little bit creepy, Chahut. Wait, hold up. Chahut Maenad? Yeah, I don't know who you're related to. Well, guys, I don't think Clown Church can be that bad, right? Let's go to Clown Church. You don't know much about religion, but you have recently become pretty good at reading people. You have the slightest little suspicion that insulting this woman's religion might be unhealthy. Besides, it would be rude. This time when Chahut turns her painted face to you and gives you another of those lazy smiles, you are filled with a sudden flush of excitement. God, what if you could become friends with her? You've never had a friend this cool or this scary. Amnesia rolls her eyes. Ugh, fine. Have fun, I guess. Wait, you're not coming? Doing totally boring stuff. Oh, okay, she's off to murder that poor troll. Okay, Chahut, let's go to Clown Church. You wonder if it's really okay for you to come with Chahut. Isn't she worried about showing up with an alien? In the past, I might have got to worrying over it. But now? Fuck it. What are they about to do? Kill me? Ha ha ha. Might thank him for that. Doing a sister a solid and saving me from having to set foot in the filthy reaches of space. Where out here they don't follow the good word as close as they should. None of the motherfuckers have the globes stuck to me, so you should be safe. With me on your side, not even one of those slippery fishes would do shit. Chahut, you're a little bit too cool, but you're also super scary. Slippery fishes. Does she mean sea dwellers? You've never actually seen one, which makes sense since they dwell in the sea, but most people seem to be scared of them. You wonder how much higher in caste they are from the clowns. You wonder what they look like. There are still so many things you don't know. You've never been in a church before, but you've seen them in movies and goth music videos, so you know what to expect. Clown church is not that. There's no pews or statues or a sad dude hanging from two perpendicular sticks, but there's an altar and a lot of purple candles and rows of flimsy metal fold-out chairs. The same sugary smell that hangs around Chahut fills the place. Someone took stained glass a little too seriously when they decorated, because every inch of window is covered in multicolored... God, why even front anymore? Every inch is covered in blood, oh my god. Splatters of it paint the floor and stone walls. It reminds you of that break room after Kanaya got done murdering all those kids, except this seems deliberate. Like they decided they wanted a little bit of yellow in the corner, so they walked some poor gold blood over and gutted them. Welcome to your salvation, little one. Ha ha ha. You almost run out, but no you can't. You need to make friends with Chahut. You hang on to that as you follow her to the front of the congregation. As you pass, various other clowns send out honks of greetings. This is my worst nightmare. Accompanied by the occasional whoop whoop. Chahut responds to a couple with a casual, hey motherfuckers, but most she ignores. Maybe she's too cool for them? Oh yeah, she's definitely too cool for them. You try not to make eye contact with anyone as you go by, or if you happen to look at anyone, you try to throw out the most intense I'm with her vibes that you can. A couple of trolls look as out of place as you do. Okay, not as out of place since they are actually from this planet, but there are some non-purple guys here who look distinctively uncomfortable. A few of them appear to be chained to their chairs. Okay, cool. A purple blood is standing on a platform at the front of the congregation and... preaching? Rapping? Whatever it is, it sucks. There's a lot of uninventive swearing and weirdly syncopated honks. Everyone here is extremely into it. There's a lot of answering whoops and fuck yes. All Chahut has to do is stand there and smirk at him, and he trails off into a nasally honk before scrambling off the church stage. You really wish you knew how to command that kind of respect. Then everybody would want to be your friend. Thanks, brothers and sisters. Today is a singular sort of day. For today, I looked up toward the mountain and saw the fire in the sky. You mean the sun? That fire is our messiahs, and our messiahs are the fire, feeding a hungry forge in the belly of hell. That sweet salvation of split bone and sulfur-colored eyes. Was it the heat of eternal damnation, or the sweet flame of revelation? All is red ruin. Woe is us darlings. Woe. It goes on like that for a while. You zone out a little bit, someone throws a handful of powder into the candle flames, and more of that sugary sharp scent puffs out as colorful smoke billows up. The purple bloods all start taking deep whiffs. I think it's drugs, guys. I think they're taking drugs in church. They're getting high in clown church. The purple bloods all start taking deep whiffs of the stuff. It kind of looks like the powder in pixie sticks. Newest member of our congregation. Pixie sticks. Maybe that's why it smells like sugar in here. Invite them to stand up and give glorious thanks. The whole congregation has gone silent. You realize that Chahut is looking at you, and the other clown priest is looking at you. Actually, every single goddamn troll in here is looking at you, except for one small dude who appears to be trying to chew off his own hand to free himself from his shackle. Your turn to testify. Don't fuck this up, little one. Ugh, okay. Which one is gonna be the bad outcome? I feel like this would be like a good the dramatic climax to finish off the volume, so probably whip out as the bad ending. You stand there in the cacophony of honks and whoops, trying to dredge up a little spirit inside you, but you just can't. All that noise sounds so much like jeering, and you think you have gotten used to negative reinforcement, but apparently it's still enough to trip you up. You open your mouth and all that comes out is a croak, like you're a frog of failure. Chahut's big hand lands on your shoulder. She looks wistful through the clown paint. That's okay, hun. Sit down before you strain something. Oh, Chahut, you're so nice. In case in a fugue of shame you do, God, why couldn't you have kept it together for once in your pathetic life? Clown next to you gives a consoling pat on the knee and offers you a half-empty bottle of Faygo. You're so despondent that you barely cast a thought to juggalo germs or the fact that Faygo is disgusting. It hits your taste buds like a bitch slap. Around you, the congregation is getting rowdier. The troll beside you shrugs his shoulder like, what can you do? He has a hat and a charming smile, at least you think he does. You're starting to feel a little weird. Faygo isn't alcoholic, is it? I'd go easy on that stuff if I were you, the troll says. His hand hasn't left your leg. In fact, it's moved from your knee to your thigh. Okay, dude, maybe, some personal space here, please? The first time is always rough. Pfft, whatever, you're fine. You know all about controlled substances. You're really good at drugs, okay? You're a serious drugger. Druggist? For real though, what is in this stuff? You get high with Sarava and tipsy with Chixie? Ha, that rhymes. She should put that in her next rap. But this is different. This is your brain blowing wide open and the atmosphere pouring in. This is the cosmos kissing your frontal lobe with way too much tongue. Hey, this is my supplicant. Maybe find your own? Chahut is standing next to you again. She removes the clown guy's hand from your thigh and extricates the bottle from your grip. Hey, you weren't done with that. On the other side of the church, someone throws another handful of colorful powder onto the fire. More smoke billows up and you feel another wave of dizziness. Maybe it's the interaction of the Faygo and the smoke. Is that how science works? Such bad form, says the troll who given you the Faygo. Bringing an alien to your last massacre? One would think you had no respect for your messiahs at all. I think, brothers and sisters, that I might agree with that. A voice rings out across the church. At first you think that it's in your head, the product of whatever weird soup all the competing substances have created, but everybody else hears it too. Chahut goes rigid beside you, her big, vicious mouth stretched into an O of shock. The congregation falls to its knees in a clattering wave. Seriously, you've never heard a crowd of people go quiet so loudly. Cheers are kicked out of the way or knocked over. Kneeling down, Chahut's head comes up to your chest. She and the clown in the hat each push down on one of your shoulders. Motherfucker, get down! Wait, who the hell just came in? You hit the deck. You have expected blood splatters to seep through your dress, but it just crusts flaky and dry underneath your knees. You. Sister. That your alien? Where the hell is that voice coming from? It's deep and gravelly and probably male. I'm sorry, what the hell is that? Oh, hold up. What you initially thought was one of Remilly's knockoff paintings hanging behind the altar turns out to be a screen, which has now turned into a grey silhouette with horns. Is everybody here bound to some dude who literally Skyped into Clown Church and doesn't even have a user pic? Your Excellency, I wouldn't describe him as my alien exactly. A little too pathetic to really put much bother to. There's a murmur of agreement from the surrounding trolls. Dang, tough crowd. A long snort of breath crackles into static. Who are you to say who or what is pathetic? Chahut winces. You're all feckless regulars without a bean in your think pants. All of the lowbloods in here look absolutely terrified, which is nothing new, but for once they aren't the only ones. Everyone here is afraid, the purple guys included. You, come closer, little heretic. Let me get a gander. Okay, who is this? Who is this? Me? Who? What the fuck you mean who, sister? The motherfucker I'm jabbing my point stub at. Okay, this gotta be another one of the clowns, right? Clown trolls. You and Chahut share a quick, nervous glance. Her throat bobs visibly. Sir, I think you got your webcam turned off. Yeah, dude, and maybe you gotta get a new user pic. Oh dang, hold up. You hear a lot of rustling and swearing. All of you hang in the awkward limbo of an old person struggling with technology. I'm sorry, who the hell is that? The screen flickers and you can just make out a pair of hulking shoulders. Sir, you got the light behind you? Never mind the light, motherfucker! You, the hornless one in the roughest robe. Come closer, child. Oh, you. Of course it's you. Being the main character is exhausting. Hey, breaking the fourth wall a little here. You move closer to the altar, although you aren't actually sure where the camera is. This guy is someone. You would be able to tell that even if everyone in here wasn't bowing to him. His voice has a certain quality to it. That's close enough. I'm not trying to look up your sniff nub. Child, you got any notion as to who I fucking am? No. None, except that he is possibly important. It's always a real good time when important people get interested in your insignificant ass. Getting a little bit too real here, main character. I decide whose ass is insignificant in this house, you comprehend? Sure, sir. Excellency? How long have you been rambling amongst my brethren? At least a couple weeks. No more than a month. How many are here with you? Just you, an alien invasion force of one, all just wandering the countryside. And still pulling in oxygen. Would have thought someone would have picked their dentition? I don't know that word is. With you by now. Same. You get any muscle definition, regular? You show him the gun show, as in you show him how very empty the weapons locker is. Too weak for the front lines, too ugly to fill a pail with. Whoa, dude! Going right for, where it hurts. He laughs low and lecherous, although your strut sticks ain't so bad. I don't want to know what that is. Oh, did a giant clown just say you have nice legs over troll FaceTime? You look at Chahut for help, but she's too busy checking out your gams. Chahut, please, okay? Sober, you might have been uncomfortable. Fago drunk, you is pretty zen about it. You're sure it's only a matter of time before you fuck an alien. Whoa, dude, friendship. We're not trying to fill, that quadrant. If it's gotta be a big giant clown, well, so be it. Shooting high, aren't you? I am high right now. Now you just feel silly. You assure this guy that you aren't really after that kind of stuff. There's only one thing you really, truly long for in this world. And what's that, child? Power? Wealth? The right to keep living? Whoa, dude. Not that last one. Well, I would prefer to keep all of my limbs all of my life. Yikes. You realize that everyone in this goddamn church is looking at you, waiting for your answer? Chahut looks like she wants to grab your shoulders and shake you. Jeez, no pressure. Friendship, you tell him. He laughs long and hearty at that one. You weather it stoically. You. Bigger and significantly more attractive motherfucker. That's you, Chahut. Chahut comes to attention. What's your caste name, child? Maenad? Oh, they call them caste names? That's weird. Excellency. If I understand rightly, you are about to undergo the ordeals. Chahut nods. She looks a little seasick. You're not sure what the ordeals are, but everything about them sounds bad, including the name. Maybe get your shit shot with this one right here. They seem to have the strategy for surviving against all reasonable odds and decency. Well, you're right about that. You could probably use a friend like them. Did he just make Chahut become friends with me? That's cheating, man. He jabs another big finger at you. And regular? Yeah? Don't let me see your face again. Damn, am I that ugly? The call disconnects and the screen goes blank. Wait, who the hell was that? Was that Ganzi's ancestor? Yeah, I don't know. When you point yourself toward the front of the church, everyone scrambles to get out of your way. It's like the big clown's attention has conveyed some honorary status on you. Probably nobody will mess with you for, a half hour at least. You aren't really going anywhere, you just need some fresh air before you pass out. Chahut emerges soon after. She looks nearly as winded as you feel. You ask her if she's mad at you, since that could be potentially dangerous to both your life and your burgeoning friendship. Mad? Why would I be mad? Because your inexplicably magnetic charm worked on both my best girl and the figurehead of my church. You flush. The real question is, did it work on her? Chahut sighs. What the hell? Old motherfucker told me to listen to whatever it is you can teach. Right, he did. That basically makes the two of you friends by theocratic degree. Heh, guess so. So darling, teach me your ways. Well, first of all, you gotta fall down a lot. True? Really? That is pure cheating, man. The big leader of the church clown made you be friends with me, so I feel like I didn't really achieve this friendship on my own. I don't know, whatever. I seriously can't believe that was like the good ending. See, like every time I think it's gonna be I think the fuck ups are gonna be like the bad endings, but actually when you fuck up, those are the good endings, because apparently that's just how things roll with my character in this story. So I guess we gotta preach. I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad. But knowing my character's, track record's probably gonna be bad. Oh shit. They want you to talk? About what? All that stuff Chahut and the other troll were saying, it just sounded like a bunch of bullshit? So that's what you give them. Just bullshit. Reams and reams of fresh, non-GMO, cave-age bullshit. Honestly, you aren't totally sure what you say. Maybe some stuff about parting the sea? Loaves and fishes? A dome and a rock? You throw a couple whoop-whoops in there for effect, hoping nobody accuses you of cultural appropriation. Luckily, the crowd is feeling it. They all honk and echo what you say. Even the cultural allusions they can't possibly understand, they take turns swigging Faygo from the communal chalice, passing it around. You can't help glancing over at Chahut every so often. Sure, all these weirdos are catching what you're throwing, but she's the one whose opinion you actually care about. She's your current friendship target. She's nodding in approval, occasionally crossing her hands over her chest in what looks like kind of like a gang symbol, but may just be a religious gesture. You finish with something about foxes in the jaws of the universe, the convergence of fate and the cyclical nature of reality. Time is a flat circle. You think you're actually filled with the spirit? Whatever the fuck that means. It could just be that weird smoke. Knew I didn't make a mistake when I put my faith in you, little one. She pushes several dudes out of the way to lean over you, and you don't feel fear now so much as intense pride. Damn, but it feels good to have 50 clowns honking at you for pulling something straight out your ass. I'm sure it does. Little one is kind of creepy and you wish she stopped saying it, but you guess it's accurate? You are a little compared to her and there's only one of you. Come here, darling. Oh, that's an upgrade. Darling, that's friendly. Get up here. Up? How? Two younger purplebloods grab you by the legs. Oh. The church sways around you and you find yourself at clown height, face to face with Chahut. Up close you can see the cracks in her makeup, and it might be the light in here, but her yellow eyes look tinted purple. She pulls you close, one giant claw tipping your chin up. She's so close. She leans in and your whole body flashes hot. Oh god, this. You brace for those big clown lips. Instead, Chahut clamps her hand over your mouth. You jerk as your air supply is promptly cut off. The clowns holding you up stagger until you remember that you can breathe through your nose. What's happening? You see something out of your peripheral vision. I can't even talk, because seriously, the drug is getting to me. And then something sticky and cold is sprayed onto your cheek, an acrid stench making you choke. Brr. You struggle with the clowns. Okay, what the hell is she doing? She's drugging me, literally. You struggle with the clowns, don't let you go. Chahut sprays something on the other side of your face. You feel it sinking tacky and stinging into the skin of your cheeks. She releases you for a moment and switches the can of spray paint to her other hand. What the hell? Is that even supposed to be used on skin? Probably not. Hold still, darling. Oh, they're painting my face because I've been officially officiated into this cult. She takes another can from a nearby troll and paints a line across your forehead, her own brow furrowing in concentration. You know what she's doing. She's baptizing you, covering you in the paint of her people. You are being initiated. You can hardly believe it. Tears threaten at the corner of your eyes as you realize you are actually becoming part of a group. Someone on this terrible planet is actually letting you into their inner circle. Even if it is a circle of shitty clowns who go around murdering people and drinking the worst soda in the galaxy. Don't get too overcome now, small thing. I don't rightly even know what you are or where something like you came from, but I can feel the spirit flowing through those alien veins of yours. It's fucking godly, my little one. Amazing. This is so good. Anyone who initiates you into the weird cult definitely wants to get all up in your friendship grill. Chahut paints another line, this time over your nose. The paint is starting to sting. The paint on your forehead especially. Oh wait, that's not paint. That's... Chahut... Oh, it's blood, isn't it? Chahut drops the spray can. She's looking at her fingers. Oh no, you've seen that expression before. On someone bluer and much shorter. Deep crimson drips off her claw. Oh god, she scratched my forehead. After weeks of rainbow blood, your own blood color looks strange to you, now that you think about it. It's been a while since you've seen your own blood. Haha, while you must be getting better survival instincts. Precious blood. Precious indeed, sister. Oh gosh, she's gonna murder me. The two other purple bloods put you down with subservient honks. All of the other clowns here treat Chahut with a reverence bordering on awe. Is it because she's the oldest? Or the largest? Or maybe just the most badass? Your feet barely hit the floor. Oh god, I'm bleeding. I'm dying, guys. Your feet barely hit the floor before Chahut takes you by the hand. You smile up at her, happy to go anywhere she leads. Friendship feels so good, especially with people who are bigger and stronger and cooler than you are, which is basically everyone on this planet. But Chahut is especially strong and cool. You're so busy feeling great about your new elite status that at first you don't realize what's happening. Where Chahut is leading you is to a corner of the church that is a little more bare than other spots. Oh my god, she's gonna murder me! As in, there isn't as much blood. Oh no, she's gonna paint me on the freaking walls. As in, it's the perfect canvas for some fresh blood. Some precious mutant blood. You don't know why Chahut didn't go for you right when you met? Maybe the time wasn't right. Maybe the sight of your red stuff has triggered something in her murder-trode hindbrain. Regardless, you get the feeling you're about to be reunited with the color of your blood quite suddenly and thoroughly. Wait, you thought you were getting initiated? Yeah, you're getting initiated, and part of that means painting the wall with your blood. Hell yeah. You're an initiate, my dazzling crimson darling. An initiate of the rarest and most laudable power. Chahut, can we not go on a spiel? I'm literally bleeding to death here. A blood initiate. Oh my god. I'm being sacrificed by a clown cult. A sacrificial bobbies. You ain't gonna get a better offer than that. Well, when she puts it like that. Nope, you still would rather not die. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Oh, worst ending ever. Well guys, we befriended possibly two of the... Well, I feel like Azdaja was, you know, a cool dude, but Chahut is definitely the coolest and strongest one of all, and she murdered me in one of the bad endings. Okay, both of these shows that we befriended, I feel like the friendship ending one didn't really feel like a real friendship ending, because how did the Azdaja one went? That one, we basically helped them win the game, but I didn't really get like a friend feel. It was just like, hey, you were useful, thanks, and that was it. And then Chahut was like, the mysterious figure, who I think is Gamzee's ancestor, was like, hey, you gotta be friends with this weird alien. It's in order. And then they're like, hey, yeah, cool, let's be friends. So I feel like it's a bit, kind of a, you know, cheating my way to friendship, but hey, you know, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with being friends and not getting murdered by a clown cult, so thanks for that. So with that said, we have befriended another two trolls. I don't know why Amnesia was just there to, you know, entertain us with some more troll murdering, but you know, we had to go to clown church and she went on with the murdering, so we befriended two more murderous trolls, I guess. I don't know if Azdaja really counts as a murderous troll, but in any case, that's another two trolls befriended. How many trolls are left now? No idea. Probably 18? I don't know. Wait, how many volumes are left? I have no idea. In any case, that is it for Hiveswap Friendsim Volume 9, so I will leave this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and let me know what you guys think about these two trolls. I think these are definitely some of the cooler ones that we've met so far. And I will see you guys in the next video.